Welcome to day 1 of our Scoliosis Strengthening Beginner series. This is our easiest form of exercise as majority is on a seated position. I put these movements together mainly to get rid of that chronic back pain and for those who cannot get out of bed due to not feeling good but you still want to do something. So yes, this can also be done on the bed. I hope you feel lighter and hopefully a relief from your agony after this session. So without further ado, grab your mat and maybe your favorite power drink and let the magic of tinkering with your scoliosis frame begin. Find your comfortable Indian sitting position, whether you're on the bed or your mat. Oh, and by the way, excuse my little guided notes here as I don't want to miss out little details for you. So I'm placing my left knee on top of my right ankle because that's what I found the best for my S-curve. Okay, and when you're ready, inhale, arms up. Hold your breath as your hands come down to your forehead. And exhale, down to heart. Hold your breath here again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the ground. And with each exhale, see if you can go down deeper. Give it a little rock side to side if that feels good. Moving our hands to the right side and staying here for a couple of breaths. Now to the left and breathe. Bringing your energy and oxygen to your spine and visualizing it straightening with each breath. Now we're going to come back to center and inhale, arms up. One hand will touch the mat and the other reaching sideways. And let's give it some baby pulses. Now you're going to hold to where it feels good. And see if you can shift your gaze towards the sky while keeping that belly tucked in. Now we're going to do the other side. The baby pulses allows us to warm up our back muscles and loosen up the squished nerves from our abnormal spine curvature. Now we're going to hold and look up and breathe. You're going to notice that one side is always going to be bendier than the other. For me, this is that side. And now we're going to go back to center and we're just going to do some seated cat-cow. So we're going to inhale, puffing out the chest, and exhale as we round our back. Inhale, look up. Exhale, round the back. Now I want you to get a feel of the other cross-legged side. And in my case, that would be my right knee on top of my left foot. And then we're going to raise one arm again and the other one down on the mat as we inhale up and then do some baby pulses. Having one hip higher than the other has a significant feel with your lower lumbar. Okay, now go back to center and do the other side. And then baby pulses. And I want you to observe what feels good for your spine because the range of your bend will also depend on how severe your scoliosis is. Now going back to center, inhale, arms up, and bring one hand to your knee and the other behind you. A gentle spinal twist. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Try to feel your body, and then do the other side. Inhale, arms up, and exhale down. Get to really envision and feel your muscles loosening. Because for me, this side is my feel-good twist compared to the other. Now come back to center and we're going to give our neck a gentle side-to-side movements as we prepare for one big head rotation. Starting with my left side, rotating up and then to the right, back to center. Slowly the other side and then wiggle side to side. Bringing your left ear down to your left shoulder, and then you can put your hands on the side if that feels good. and then the other side, right ear to right shoulder. Notice how one side of your neck feels strained more than the other. Alright, if you need a quick water break, then this is the time. We're gonna transition to all fours or the tabletop position, but I want you to check your alignment. Your shoulders should be stacked right above your wrists and also your hips on top of your knees. Inhale, arch your back, look up, and exhale, round your back. We're gonna do it again. Inhale, look up, exhale, round your back. Making sure you're not overextending your elbows if you're also hypermobile like me, because proper alignment is key. And now, tucking in our feet this time as we do the cat and cow breathing. So we're gonna inhale up and exhale down. One more time, I want you to get a feel of which one really feels better for you, the tuck or not. So I'm just gonna do whatever feels good. Okay, last one. And this time, we are gonna add some back and forth motion with the cat-cow. I like to inhale as I pull my butt backwards and exhale as I round my spine forward. And I think this is really a personal preference, as some of you might like it the other way. So find what feels good for you as always. Inhale, wave back. Exhale, round forward. Just go with the flow. Synchronizing your movement with your breath is a trick that I learned from dancing. Okay, now we're gonna stop right here. And I like to point out that despite always trying to focus on my form, I too sometimes overextend my elbows like here. Now look at your left shoulder, and then your right, then left again while simultaneously moving your hips. And then right shoulder together with your hips. Back to center, and slowly pull your butt back as you rotate your upper body clockwise. Kind of like drawing a big circle with your butt. And then breathe. Find that yummy spot. Just imagine moving with each vertebra. Okay, back to center, and now we're gonna move counterclockwise. We have this thing called intervertebral discs surrounding each vertebra, and these discs often dry out, losing strength and resiliency as we age. So the more mindful you are in your practice, the more that you'll learn your body. Placing your left hand on top of your mat, and then slide your right arm underneath your left arm with your palm facing up. See if your right shoulder can come all the way down to your mat. Now switching sides. Breathe. So we're just gonna rest here, really work on that shoulder, and then we're gonna transition to what we call the puppy pose. This is kind of like a half downward dog and half child's pose, and it opens up your shoulder. So both palms on top of your mat and drop your forehead. So pressing your palms on the floor to help keep your arms active if that feels good, just like this. And if you're more advanced, eventually you'll be able to really bend like this. This really opens up your chest and shoulders even more. It helps release ugly emotions, can also help with insomnia and reduces tension. But for now, stay where your body feels good. Slowly transitioning to Sphinx pose. Keeping your arms on the sides, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, dropping your shoulder blades. Making sure you don't do this, so keep that neck long. Just like this. So we're gonna stay here for a few more breaths. A gentle back bend. And this actually helps with carpal tunnel as you really press your palms onto the mat. So dropping our forehead onto the mat, we're gonna do slightly deeper back bend with low cobra pose. So we're gonna move your palms next to your chest and let's breathe. And begin to lift your chest slowly into a mild back bend. The muscles along your spine will begin to activate and support you. Now let's try if you can lift your hands just a few inches away from your mat as you keep your back arched, like this. And by engaging your spinal muscles this way, you'll begin to develop strength and suppleness in your back. So lift up, inhale, exhale down. Notice the movement of my upper body as we move up and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Try to really hug your elbows to your sides and expand your chest up, exhale down. We'll do 3 more sets and try to focus on your breathing too. Inhaling up, exhale down. Now transitioning to child's pose. And just stay here and breathe. Relax your muscles. Now tuck your toes and see how that feels for you. Breathe. Now we're gonna slowly transition again to the baby or low cobra, pressing the tops of your feet into the mat, lifting your chest up, lifting your palms away from your mat, and see if you can interlace your fingers behind you while you keep that back arched. The goal is to have your shoulder blades touch together. So moving down slowly and lifting your back to where you can, and then adding baby pulses. Don't push it if this hurts, but at least try to see if you can do even small movements. Then place your arms again at the sides and then transition to Sphinx pose. Lift up. Now rotating your head to the right, looking at your right shoulder, back to center, then to your left shoulder. Again, one side will always be a little more uncomfortable, and that's okay. Tuck the toes as we come up to our knees, and maybe grab some water because the next few ones are going to be a little more of an effort, which we're going to do some bridge exercises. So lie on your back with your knees bent, feet laying flat on the mat, hips width apart, and see how close your hands are to your heels. Ideally, the tip of your middle finger should be lightly touching your heels. Now you're going to press your feet onto the mat as you inhale, lifting your hips up. Something to take note of, avoid overlifting your rib cage. I just don't recommend getting used to this if you have scoliosis because you don't want to aggravate your abnormal spine curvature, especially if your rib cage is uneven like mine. I'm not saying this is wrong, but we're trying to build strength for scolio, so we need to focus on really tucking that rib cage in while hips are lifted. To do this properly, make sure your knees are just parallel to your hips and not too wide apart. Then squeeze your glutes and observe how this will automatically engage your core. Now this is what you want to feel. We're gonna stay here and try to see how long you can hold this position while your muscles are engaged. I like to do diaphragmatic breathing in this pose, but do what feels good for you. So I'm inhaling, belly rising, and exhale all the way down. Okay, relax for a bit here because we're gonna do 10 sets of this. You can also place your hands on the sides with your fists closed. This technique I learned from my glutes coach, Katie. Such a great booty workout as well as strengthening our backs. Okay, 2 more. And last one. Alright, good job. Okay, now we're gonna lift up again and hold. Hold here, breathe. Engage Engage your core, your glutes, tighten everything. You got this. A little bit more. And down. Good job. Next is bridge with one leg lifted. Starting with my right leg up, we'll aim for 10. This is also a great booty workout as well as strengthening our backs. Okay, last 3. And on your last one, I want your hips to stay lifted. So hold that position, drop your foot, keep that core engaged, and down. Good job, guys. Okay, now switching sides, lift your left leg up, and let's start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding that bridge pose as you bring your left foot down. A few more for that strong core. You got this, guys. This is our last long hold. Slowly going down. Almost done. I want you to raise your right leg. Give your ankle a twist. Crossing your right ankle over the opposite knee, and you're gonna thread your hands or reach through between the shins or hamstrings to bring it closer to your chest. Give it a movement up and down or baby pulses, and then give it a rock side to side to massage your spine. Good job. And raise your left leg, twist that ankle, and we're gonna switch sides. Raising your left leg, crossing over to your right knee, making sure your sacrum is rooted to the earth. And reach through, grabbing your shins again or the hamstrings below if you can't bend this much. Breathe, giving it some baby pulses and rocking side to side. Such a great massage for your spine. I love this. Rotating our right ankle again. We're gonna wiggle both our legs up, and then a quick break, knee to chest. Then grab your heels, try not to arch your back. Or the sides of your feet, which is more comfortable for you. I like to grab my heels more, but it's totally up to you. Just give it a gentle rock side to side. This is called the happy baby pose. If you have scolio, you'll notice that your back does not lie flat on the mat. So to me, this really feels good. Bringing both your arms to the sides, palms facing down, bend the right knee and place the right foot in front of your left knee. We're doing the supine spinal twist. Now switching sides, bending the left knee and placing the left foot in front of your right knee, keeping your shoulders flat to the floor. Breathe. Then you're gonna hug your knees if that feels good, giving it a gentle rock side to side. And I like to also raise my head as if I'm kissing my knees, just stretching and working out on my cervical spine. Grabbing your knees and just draw small circles clockwise, just to give it a massage, and then switching to counterclockwise. Yay! We're done! Find your Indian sitting position, and we're just gonna stretch our heads side to side. And big inhale as you raise your arms up overhead, and hold your breath, hands to forehead, and exhale, hands to heart. Now hold your breath again, and one more time at your own pace, giving thanks to our body and mind for being one today. Yay! That's it, guys! I hope you feel better. Let me know in the comments what you think. And get ready for tomorrow's back strengthening exercises. So drink lots of water, rejuvenate your body, relax, and get some good sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye! If you enjoy this video, feel free to share to your families and friends because this is also great for people without scoliosis. A little self-care recommendations will always be appreciated. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. If you find this helpful, I would also appreciate if you subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you get notified when I upload new content. Sharing awesomeness to your day, and remember, a kind word is never wasted. Bye!